In the last video we completely reorganized Brick City. Tables moved, modulars relocated, everything changed. But here's the thing, it wasn't finished yet. There were gaps, there were awkward transitions and some really tough decisions I had to make. So in this video we are going to fix it all. I changed 8 things in this layout that made it go from okay to actually working pretty well, if you ask me. And be sure to stick around till the end, because then I'm going to show you exactly how I envision the Utrecht Oudegracht, the old Dutch canal here in the city, to fit right here. If you're new to this channel, my name is Matt, and on this channel we're building this Lego city together. Let's dive in. First big change. The train station that was in the old layout right around here is gone. When I started rearranging everything, I realized it takes up a huge amount of space. So for now I disassembled it and put it aside. The loop coaster and the Home Alone house, while they are awesome, I don't think they fit in the city I envision here for the future. So for now they are also put aside, but they're still assembled, but somewhere else, not in the city. Will they come back in the future, in a different form perhaps? But for now, we need this space for what's coming. Second big change. This table right here. In the last video, it was like so, in the front. But pulling it back does 2 things. First, it creates for a better walkway right there, that allows for more room to build and to work. And second, and check this out, it creates for such a cool line of sight right into the airport and into the city. And I think it's pretty cool, we can see it much better like so. Small change, big difference. The train tracks are back. I do like running the train. I don't run them that often, but it is fun to run them. So I put them out like so. And of course it's temporary, because we are going to fill this in with all kinds of cool builds. But there's a problem here as well. You see, the track overlaps 2 base plates right there. So when we are going to start adding buildings, that's going to be a problem. It's caused by the raised platform cover, and this tunnel right here makes the train track sit 12 studs from the side instead of the 4 studs that's optimal when you're laying down a layout with train tracks. So yeah, that's a future problem to solve. The tracks also aren't connected yet underneath the platform, but that's for another video. Fourth big change. I decided to extend the raised platform. Remember how I told you the platform cover extends 3 studs? Well, I just decided to extend it even more. I did make a mistake there, however. I miscalculated 1 stud. So before filming I found out and I decided to fix it like so. There is a thing eventually I'd like to fix, but that would be a bigger change, and that is this awkward row of rock panels right here. So I think we can make this better, but for now I think it's pretty cool, and it also gives room for the Sanctum Sanctorum to breathe. So I'm quite happy with this change. Change number 5 to the city. I downsized the Daily Bugle. This set is tall, really tall. And that creates a problem. When you try to frame everything in one shot, it makes for a lot of empty space on both sides of the Daily Bugle. So I removed 1 floor. I also fixed the broken windows, removed the car from the side, and I removed the sign. It's still around though. And just like that, it's a regular American building with a water tank on top. It's still the tallest point in the city, it just doesn't tower over the city complex anymore. Way more balanced for photos and videos. Change number 6. The color of these side walls changed. At first I had some 10 bricks in there to match 2 buildings here in the city. Tried it, it looked a bit off. So I swapped everything for light bluish gray with some modified green bricks inside there to attach some plant pieces eventually. even though this is temporary. Like I mentioned in the previous video, I like the look of a Lego wall more than the look of the stance of the raised platform, so therefore I decided to put this in as a temporary measure. I think it's a simple change, but it makes the whole platform look more cohesive. The only thing I'm a bit less enthusiastic about is the dark bluish grey part of the wall right there, but I'm okay with it now, especially because I know it's temporary. Change number 7, and this is a big one. I added 2 completely new raised platforms. Right now, the classic airport set is here. This one matches the monorail and I think it's awesome. Here's the exciting part. This gives us so much room to add new modulars in the future. Because we are going to build the Oudegracht, but we are not going to stop building modulars, of course. I bought a new one today. So we need room for that. And this gives us all the room we need for now. The monorail track that connects back to the city is a bit short right now. And you can see I have a lot of monorail track pieces left over here. But like I said in the last video, quality over quantity. I experimented with adding a bit more track, but this is better. Cleaner, more focused. And one more thing. I built this green wall around these base plates. Why? Well, to cover up the gaps between the cabinets and the desk. Recently I bought 1,500 green 2x4 bricks. They're not perfect quality, they were used in some event apparently, but the price was good and this is way better than a big gap, if you ask me. It reminds me of Minecraft this. Did you ever play that? Let me know in the comments. This area above the green wall is perfect, I think, for some rock work, eventually. I think we can blend in this windowsill perfectly that way, and as you might have seen in the previous video, I acquired a lot of rock work pieces and I've been experimenting with them ever since. Also notice this area is lower than the rest of the ground level, which might actually work perfectly for what's coming next. Now, before we get to the Oudegracht, someone in the comments of the last video made a great point. The back row of modulars is not visible from the front. And that's correct, it's not. So here's my question for you. Should we elevate the back row of modulars so you can see them better? Or should we perhaps turn these modulars, this row, 90 degrees so you can look through them? Or something else? I don't know. I do like that the background is blocked right now, that you can't see the white panels in the back. But visibility also matters, of course. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments. Alright, the moment you've been waiting for. How is the Oudegracht, the old Utrecht Canal, going to fit right here? Let me show you. But first, you need to understand something about the Oudegracht. It's not just a canal. It has something very special that makes it unique. Wharf cellars, or werfkelders in Dutch. These are basically basement spaces underneath the buildings with these beautiful rounded ceilings. Very typical for Utrecht. But it also means we need a lot of vertical space to build this properly. Let me show you what I mean. These are all the levels we need. Starting from the top, the roofs of the canal houses. Some are taller than others, but this is going to be the top level, I figure. Ground level, where the shops and cafes are. Down to the wharf, basement level, with the rounded ceilings. These go all the way to the back. The canal embankment, the walkway along the water, and the water itself. And finally, the bottom of the canal. Yeah, it's complex. 5 different levels. But this is what makes the Oudegracht so special. Now here's one more challenge. The Oudegracht curves right through this section. And I want to capture that. But I have no idea yet of how to do that. Curved canals in Lego? That's tough. So if you have ideas, inspiration or examples even of mocks that have curves like that? Please let me know in the comments. I'd love to see what's possible. Oh, and one more cool thing about Utrecht. We have something called a fish doorbell. It's a website with an underwater camera at a ship lock. When you see fish waiting to pass through, you can press a button online and it opens the lock so the fish can swim through. How cool is that? Maybe we can incorporate something like that in our Lego version as well. We do have a lot of ship locks here in the Netherlands. Different water levels everywhere, so we need it. Could be a fun addition to the city. And that's where we are now. 8 changes made. A much better layout. Still very much a blank canvas, but a canvas that's actually pleasing to look at. And ready for what's next. So what do you think? Should the back row of modulars be elevated or moved? How should we tackle the curved canal? And what would you add to a Dutch canal scene? Let me know in the comments, I'd love to hear from you. If you enjoyed this video, a thumbs up really helps the channel reach more Lego fans. In the next videos we are going to check out Lego World and Bricks and More to get inspiration for our city. So be sure to subscribe if you don't want to miss those. For now, if you'd like to see more of this channel, be sure to check out one of these 2 videos on the screen. Thank you for watching and I hope to see you in the next one.